holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
This is that. 18. Hey, man. Watch the booth.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check back. He goes to use you. He comes to me, it's me. Mike 50, Malcolm, go!
Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Yo! Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, 59. Mike 50. Hey, Mike's 50. I got one. Mike 50. Come on. You earn him, look.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Watson off play action. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Slam.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down and inches. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Lions.
Here we go. Here we go. Get you running. Get you running.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant.
They're going to look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11th. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
That's what I do.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Alert, alert. Hey, 31. Come get some. He don't want it. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. A gain of 32 that time. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
Check 52.
From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
It's now 3rd and goal.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
2 times. 2 times. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it to the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Out, out, out. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Deuce. Hey, deuce.
On first down, it's Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 46-yard line.
Come on, QB, come on. Sponge. Check hot route. Hot,
Second and 5. And Jones has it over the middle. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Whitney merciless in there to get him. And that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Second and long. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
First down, Lions.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 23. They'll set up to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Buddy up. 951. I got you. Check. Check 31.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Sam Martin is set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
He's crashing. He's weaving. 25. Check 25.
2nd and 9 now. James has got it. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
He's not going to get me. Watch twist.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep in zone for Hop. And he is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They go play action here on first down. They'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
951, 951. Let's go, D. Let's go. 951, 951.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Alert 3. 24. Alert 3.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
That's it, buddy. We go work.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 49. Check 49. 49. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Not today, you are. Not today. 50's the Mike. The Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Check Mike 39. So we got man. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Back to throw. Complete out right to Jake Butt. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 13. 22, check cover. 22, check cover. Kill.
On 2nd down, Johnson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. He'll drop to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is Foreman, draw play. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Williamson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Mike's 50. We got it.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Back to throw here. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game?
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On 2nd down, it's Williamson, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll keep it on the ground. Williamson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I'm here all day.
Now back to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Bunt. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Anyway. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Robert Woods with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Lions 31, Texans 24. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
6 guys. Check 6. 24.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 50.
From the gun, here's Watson. He sets to fire deep. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Right side and take it in by Fulgham. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Slam, slam, slam. Banjo, 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 banjo.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. There's Foreman, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From his end zone, Watson on 3rd and long. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Lions, it's a massive weight off their shoulders as they finally get that first win here in Week 16. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
him in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though.